Welcome to another Theater Talk with Mr. V. Today we're going to learn about a special style Shakespeare used to write a lot of his plays and poems. It's called Iambic Pentameter. It is a very complicated, scary thing. I'm kidding. It's not complicated or scary at all, but it will require some thinking on your part. You know that a lot of poetry has a rhythm. Listen to this line. Mary had a little lamb. The rhythm is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It has a very particular rhythm. The third line has the same rhythm. Everywhere that Mary went. A rhythm pattern like that is called a meter. The meter of the first and third lines of Mary Had a Little Lamb is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The rhythm is made up from how we say the words in that phrase. We say every other syllable with more stress, more energy. It's called an accent. Da-da, da-da, that first syllable is accented. It's the pattern of stressed syllables that make the rhythm in a poem. Speaking in English has built-in stressed syllables. For example, when we say the word birthday, we always stress the first syllable, birth. We say birthday, not birthday. Iambic pentameter is a way of writing a series of words to make a very particular rhythm or beat. It's the pattern of stresses, which is the meter. We're going to learn what the pattern is for this particular meter. A phrase in iambic pentameter will have the stresses on every other syllable, just like we saw with Mary Had a Little Lamb, but with a different pattern. In iambic pentameter, the pattern, the meter, goes like this. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. That's a total of 10 syllables with the accent or stress on the second, fourth, sixth, eighth, and 10th syllables, every other one. So, what do the words iambic pentameter actually mean? Well, the first word is I am, and iam means two syllables where the second one gets the accent. So, any word or words where that's true is an iam. So, let's take a few examples. The word compare is an iam. The accent is on the second syllable. Listen, compare. It sounds wrong if we say compare. The word explain is an iam. The accent is on the second syllable. Listen, explain. And again, it sounds terrible if we say explain. The word birthday has two syllables, but it isn't an iam because the accent is on the first rather than the second syllable. Two words together can be an iam if each one has one syllable. For example, to fly. We don't say to fly, we accent the word fly. To fly. Often little words like and, the, and to are not accented in English. Okay, so what about pentameter? Well, the penta part you might recognize from your math class. That beginning part, penta, means 5 of something. For example, a pentagon is a polygon with 5 sides. And we already discovered what a meter is in this sort of thing. It's that rhythm, that pattern. So it's a pattern of 5. In this case, the pentameter has 5 iams, 5 da-dums. So it's da-dum, 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 da-dum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Iambic pentameter. 5 da-das. Still a little bit confused? No problem. I'll show you an example and you'll see how it works. This is a line from the part of Midsummer Night's Dream that we read last week. What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? When we say that line, we naturally put the accents here. What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? That's iambic pentameter, 5 iams. What angel wakes me from my flowery bed? Notice that Shakespeare sort of cheated and changed the word flowery, which has 3 syllables, into flowery. It's a contraction which only has 2 syllables. He did that a lot. It's all part of his inventing words thing. The words he chose for that line already had the stresses, the accents in the right place. We don't say angel, we say angel. And so he put the words in the right phrase in the right place so that those stresses matched what he needed for our iambic pentameter meter. Now, if we mess it up, if we take out just one syllable, it'll sound awful. Let's take the word what off the front. That'll take out one syllable. And then try to say it with iambic pentameter meter. Angel wakes me from my flower. No, it just sounds terrible. Here are some more examples from Shakespeare's writing. These two lines are from one of his poems, Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. I'll say them again so you can really hear the pattern. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May. Do you hear it? Here's a series of lines from Romeo and Juliet. Romeo is in love with Juliet, so he sneaks into her backyard in the middle of the night and watches her window. And by the way, yes, he's being really creepy. Don't ever do that to someone. Anyway, he sees her turn on her light and come to stand out on the balcony. So he says this. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses? I will answer it. Oh, I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Now you might say that doesn't sound like iambic pentameter, but that's because I wasn't making the rhythm obvious. I was acting. Here's how it sounds if I make the meter, the pattern, stand out. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks. See how that works? Now, here's what all of that means, by the way. When he says, but soft, what light through yonder window breaks, it means that, oh, soft, I have to be quiet. What's that light I see in the window? Then, it is the east, and Juliet is the sun. He's saying, it's the sun coming up in the east. It's not. He's just saying that she's so lovely that she shines like the sun. I know. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. It's like she seems like she wants to say something, but she's not really saying anything, but her eyes look like she's thinking things. Maybe I'll answer her. Maybe I'll say hello. And then right away he catches himself. I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. He basically says, whoa, I better not. She's not talking to me. Okay, for our assignment this week, I'm going to have you put some words together to create a phrase in iambic pentameter. I'll give you the words and see if you can put them together to make sense using the correct pattern. Here's an example. If I give you these words, around, the, cat, I, ran, house, and chased, we could rearrange them to form an iambic pentameter sentence. I ran around the house and chased the cat. Notice I made it easier for me to do that work by drawing a set of boxes to put each of the syllables in. The bigger boxes are for the stressed syllables, and the smaller ones are for the not stressed syllables. Notice that the word around takes up 2 boxes because it has 2 syllables, around. So here are the 2 that I want you to try. You can pause the video and write down these 2 lists of words. Here's the first list. Drove, tractor, muddy, across, the field. Okay, so that's the first set, and you're going to try to turn that into an iambic pentameter sentence. Here's the second set. Can't, school, we're, away, still, from, I, believe. So try to write out that sentence as well in iambic pentameter. And like I did, go ahead and make those boxes to make it easier. And 1 syllable goes in each box. Not necessarily 1 word, but 1 syllable. So remember, you're always going to have 10 syllables total, and the stress will be on the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, and 10th syllables. So go ahead and give it a try. Shakespeare didn't always write in iambic pentameter, but he very often did. His sonnets are all written that way because they're poems, but so are some of his plays, a lot of them really. Next week, we're going to explore more about Shakespeare. Until then, keep on creating.